Going. This is all the news. My name is Adam. Yeah, and I thought we'd look at something interesting today. This is an attack piece, a hit piece from a person called Kat Tenbarge. There she is. There's Kat Tenbarge. Quite interesting, I thought. And it's an attack piece on a YouTuber by the name of Andy Signore, who used to run a company called Screen Junkies. Let's have a little look at what's going on, because there's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes here that isn't readily apparent. So what are we looking at? So he was cancelled during the Me Too movement. Now he's using YouTube to attack celebrity accusers. Remember, this is coming from Kat Tenbarge, and she's a prominent and very vocal Amber Heard supporter, and she's a very vocal anti-Johnny Depp supporter. So if she sees anyone who supports Johnny Depp online, especially Twitter, she is into attack mode. And Andy Signore is at the front line of protecting Johnny Depp from people like that. And so he becomes the target of this hit piece from Kat Tenbarge. So that's the sort of background we're looking at. So what is she saying? For Andy Signore, the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard defamation trial was a goldmine. Starting in April, spanning just a few months, Signore more than doubled the following of his YouTube channel, where he comments on news and pop culture. The reason why is because of huge interest, plus he's hugely entertaining, and he's very colourful in his language, he's very interesting, and he knows what he's doing. He has made more than 300 videos about the trial. You see what I mean? He knows what he's doing, and he's putting out a lot of content. And its participants bringing in millions of views, thousands of dollars in contributions from fans. I don't see why you have a problem with this when people on the television do very, very similar. They produce content and they receive thousands of dollars in compensation. You have to have a big enough personality. It's a difficult thing to do, and doing it on your own without any backup of a TV channel is pretty impressive. It's particularly impressive run considering that not long ago the YouTube company that he founded, Screen Junkies, that was really good as well, said it had fired him, citing a variety of sexual misconduct allegations. We're big fans of allegations around here. Signore has denied these allegations. We've had enough of people making allegations and then people being cancelled based on no evidence. But the reputational hit has also set the stage for his comeback. Signore has capitalised on the allegations against him, emerging as one of the many popular creators on YouTube making news-focused content filtered through a culture war lens. That's because there is a culture war going on, and we are actually sort of fighting it. It has become a lucrative endeavour thanks to a shift in how creators make money on YouTube, where donations flow from an audience sceptical of the Me Too movement and sceptical of mainstream media with their bias. Signore's new channel, Popcorn Planet, brilliant, have a look, it's on YouTube, now has more than 675,000 subscribers, and well worth it, who watch his videos and live streams about daily news and pop culture justice. He covers what he characterises as the injustices of the Me Too movement and the criticism he and other men who have been accused of various forms of sexual misconduct have faced in the past 5 years. It's more than that. It's not just the Me Too movement or countering the Me Too movement. It's a lot of other stuff. It's entertainment news, basically. It is a shift that other creators have made, capitalising on the broader pushback against social justice movements. Now, we're not saying that social or society should not progress in directions. What I think we're saying is there needs to be a balance. We can't have a situation where all men are accused of anything are automatically guilty, and we can't have a situation where women are attacked in the streets. There has to be a balance between the two things. It's not just 100% in one direction or 100% in the other direction. That's just not how life works. So yeah, there is a pushback, but it's going to be at a balancing point. There has to be a real look at sexual misconduct, and that has to be looked at in reality and well, but allegations also have to be looked at under a microscope as well. So these things can't just be allowed either way. They can't just be allowed to stand unchallenged. So some of Signore's newer content takes aim at the people he said contributed to the allegations against him and their aftermath. Signore has also cultivated a fan base who includes people who identify as many things. There's many people who are in this fan base. Signore's recent success has been difficult for some of the people, you're talking about yourself, Kat, who worked with him at Screen Junkies or have appeared on YouTube. This made me laugh as well. who see him profiting off his own alleged misbehaviour. The word alleged is my issue here. So this is from Ray, no Star Wars fan. He makes money off victims and says he is one, says Ray, who has appeared in live streams on YouTube with Signore and who asked that her last name be withheld to protect her privacy. So you've been on a live stream with him and you think you can hide your identity by changing your last name because of all the millions of Rays out there. Right. I don't think that's going to work. How's that going to work? Hey, my name's Ray, but don't tell him my last name, even though we've been on live streams together. Right. How many Rays do you think he knows? It's like I'm one of the many Adams on all the news, but I'm going to change my last name. Yeah, okay. On November 13th, Ray, who knows, mysterious Ray, hosted a live stream on her channel. She's got a YouTube channel, and that included a new accusation that Signore sent an unsolicited nude video of himself masturbating to a woman in November 2021. In response, Signore said they are sensationalizing a private relationship between consenting adults. Allegations of allegations. So yeah, there's an ongoing pushback against the Me Too movement, as well as the shifting economics on YouTube. Combined with the attention around the Depp Heard trial, this elevates Signore and other creators to new heights. The reason why is this bit, I think. A Pew Research Centre study found that people ages 18 to 49, which is a key demographic, are far more likely to say they regularly consume news through social media than people aged 50 and up. But more than that, there's a lot of people that are talking about bias. Where's the bias section? Oh yeah. And these topics often tend to skew towards culture war issues, particularly when they feature major celebrities, while echoing a growing distrust of mainstream media. And that's I think the key issue here. The mainstream media is incredibly biased. And that bias is on show constantly. There's editors in every newsroom that say to the journalists and writers, you have to write with a left-wing bias or a right-wing bias. And if you don't, you won't be published and you'll be fired. But independent people like Andy, like myself, like all the other people on YouTube, we make our own decisions. We choose what we say because we think it. We think what we say. And the mainstream media don't think what they say. They think what they're told to think. And that's a key difference. That's why there's a lack of trust with them. That's why there's a growing distrust of mainstream media, either whichever political side of the spectrum you're from. If you're left-wing and you're reading right-wing papers, you're thinking they're only saying this because they've been told to say it. And the same thing if you're right-wing and you're reading left-wing papers, you're thinking they're only saying this because they're told to say it. And they're told to think this. But with Andy, with all the other people, with Frank, with Steph, they're all saying what they think, what they personally believe. And that reality, that honesty, that truthfulness is real. It is real. I think what I think, and I say what I think because I think what I think. It's a lot of word think there, but there you go. And when we talk about bias, this is her bias. Kat Tenbarge, she writes for NBC, and she's always on Twitter. Here she is now, Kat Tenbarge, trying to silence people from being able to tell their side of the story. This person saying attack words. Anything written by her is a joke. She never does any proper research. There she is on Twitter. NBC News, you're nothing but a cheap tabloid spreading lies. Can we please do an expose on Kat Tenbarge, who uses Twitter threads from online abusers for her journalism, talking about all sorts of different things. So this is their bias. And she's doing another attack piece on a Johnny Depp supporter. So this is why people have distrust in the mainstream media, because they have agendas. Well, there you go. That's all I wanted to talk about. And yeah, let me know your thoughts, and I will talk to you guys later.